Hello, this video has been put together to give a short history of Newton Stewart Burns Club, which was formed on the 250th anniversary of the Bard's birthday on the 25th of January 2009. I had long felt that Newton Stewart should have a Burns Club, but a busy life had always kept me from doing anything about this. When I found that I had a little more time on my hands, I approached a few friends who were also keen on the idea, and so I drew up a list of local people whom I then wrote to, inviting them to become founder members of the proposed club. Of the 30 I wrote to, 23 replied and became founder members, and so our club was formed, with myself as president, Dominic Frame as secretary, and Martin Emerson as treasurer. Dominic and Martin were the first I had approached with my idea, and were a great help in getting the club up and running. Each of us continues in our original roles today. My own research had informed me that Newton Stewart had never had a Burns Club, but I was delighted when an old photograph turned up showing a Newton Stewart Burns Club supper in 1894, held in what we assume was the Macmillan Hall. This fascinating photograph is now included on the reverse of our annual supper programme and is also in this video, although no more has been discovered about the club. And so our first supper was held in Creebridge House Hotel on the 22nd of January 2010, with Alistair Hareston's being piper that first night and continuing in that role to this day. Indeed, Alistair is now an honorary member of the club. The haggis was addressed by myself and I chaired the evening. The immortal memory was delivered by Alec Ross. The toast to the lassies was given by Charles Service and ably replied to by Jill Dunning. Tam O'Shanter was recited and performed by Robert McTurk, with the music on the night provided by accordionist Robert Tanner. This first supper was a fantastic success, with a wonderful mixed crowd, and gave us great encouragement for the future. In our short time, we've been fortunate enough to attract some wonderful speakers to deliver the immortal memory, including 3 past presidents of the Robert Burns World Federation. Also Sir Alex Ferguson, then an MSP and former presiding officer of the Scottish Parliament, and Richard Fowler, who at that time was president of the Glasgow Haggis Club and a member of the Robert Burns Guild of Speakers. We were very saddened when Richard passed away just a few weeks after regaling us with his wonderful immortal memory and an incredibly entertaining Tam O'Shanter. Very sadly, Sir Alex also passed away almost 3 years ago, in the spring of 2018. Our club is a member of the Robert Burns World Federation, and we are number 1084. And we are also members of the Dumfries and Galloway Burns Association. We have made many great friends among the Burns community and have been given fantastic support from kindred clubs right since our formation. Galloway is blessed with many talented Burnsians, and they share a fantastic willingness to assist other clubs and other speakers. Newton Stewart Burns Club are delighted to offer the same support back, and we now have a good number of members who speak and recite each year at suppers and dinners right across the region. One of our wee club traditions is that we try to have the haggis addressed each year by someone who has never done the task before. This helps in our ambition to encourage new speakers to become involved, and has led to quite a few discovering an increased passion for the Bard's works. We've held an annual school Burns competition every year since 2012, with Penningham, Minnigaff and St Ninian's primary schools invited to compete initially, and with Creetown Primary being added when their school was brought under the same management as Minnigaff. We are continually amazed at the depth of talent amongst the pupils, and invite each year's winners to recite at our annual supper, which is always held on the Friday after the competition, and this is a lovely way to get proceedings underway in the night. In 2019 we held our 10th supper, with every speaker and entertainer on the night being a club member. I was chair and recited the Holy Fair. John Cuthbertson addressed the haggis, which was piped in by Alistair Hareston. Una Wilson delivered the immortal memory, Dominic Frame the toast to the lassies, and Fiona Jessamine the reply. Ian Petrie presented the vote of thanks, with this having been Ian's task since 2014, following his hilarious toast to the lassies the previous year. The chain of office, which I wear so proudly in some of our photographs, was presented to me by the club on the night of our 10th supper, and was a fantastic surprise and a wonderful gesture, although of course the chain belongs to the club and not to me. Another fine tradition we have is that following our supper we adjourn to the bar where David Kerr entertains us on his accordion and also sings for us. Occasionally Alistair will also get the bagpipes back out to everyone's great delight. We are very fortunate in that our supper is always well attended. Indeed, we now limit numbers to 72, which ensures that we are all seated comfortably. We've avoided moving to a bigger venue because we simply aren't convinced that bigger would necessarily mean better, and we are very comfortable and well taken care of in the Creebridge House Hotel, which is literally just a few yards from the flowery banks o' Cree, immortalised by the bard in a work written whilst he stayed at Carrochry House in Minnigaff, and set to a tune written by the lady of the house, Elizabeth Hearn. And so we continue to thrive as a club. This year's supper, like so many others, has been cancelled because of coronavirus, but we will return next year with what I know will be a fantastic evening. Our speakers, reciters and entertainers are all booked, and we can't wait to get together on the 21st of January 2022. Thanks very much for taking time to watch this video, which we hope that you have enjoyed. And remember, we'll tak a cup of kindness yet for Auld Lang Syne.